winzz Jazz, Gypsy Jazz acoustic guitar. It's a nice guitar, I'm telling you, man. It's not top of the line guitar, so to make it an excellent entry level guitar, if I can get it set up to make it play, it's a mother to play this guitar. Remember, right out of the box, I had to lower the action and set the intonation. That's why the bridge is moved back. And these strings are so very rough. So I thought on this video, take these strings off. I got some silk and steel Martin Marquis strings here. What are they? 0.0115 to 0.017. That's a little light. We'll check and see what it has on it now. They're fairly heavy, what's on there right now. And those are the roughest strings, man. They're the ones that came on the guitar. So let's get them off of there. I'm going to have to set it up again, I'm sure. And maybe try to get the string action down a little bit lower. So what I'll do right now is put these new strings on it. And I won't bore you or punish you with that. I'll go ahead and do it. And then I'll bring you back and we'll start seeing what it needs to set it up and get the action down and make the thing a little bit easier to play. Good Lord, it's hard to play the way it is right now. It's not fun. So we're going to make this a fun guitar to jam on. This guitar is in the contest, the current ongoing contest, by the way. So if you want to own it, come over to Patreon, get in the contest. You can get in for $1 or $2 or $5 or 10 or 20, whatever you want to pledge. And you could own this guitar in a month or two. So I'll bring you back when I get the new strings on it and we will commence. Hold on. I want to get better measurements when we get the new strings on it. I don't have them on there yet. But I remember that action. I think it was more than 5/64 on the low E side. It seems like it just needed to come down just a little hair. So I took the bridge off while I got the strings off of it. Remember, we cut a whole bunch off of the bottom of this here, these legs. And I thought, you know, while I've got the strings off, I'm sure it needs to go down some. So, you know, why not go ahead and hit this a few licks now. I don't want to take very much, because if I take too much, then, you know, I can't put that back. I have to shim it to get it back up. And I don't like shims. So, but I'm going to try this just to get in the ballpark. Hopefully that'll be somewhere close to 5/64 and 4/64. I think I'm going to stop right there and see if that's, yeah, I can always take it back apart and do it if it's not. Like I say, I marked this before I took it off. Maybe I did that the last time. I think I did. Because that's got to set in there right in those marks for it to intonate right. And see, it sets back farther than these extensions, both of them. It's going to set back just a little bit farther than those. Had to do that. I'm just glad that wasn't glued down on there to get it to intonate right. And if you remember, I can't remove material from the top of the bridge because it's hollowed out in there. See that? So if I took anything off of here, it would have made a hole in the top of it. So I can't do that. Anyways, I'll get it strung up and bring you back, and we'll start checking. And may have to take that all off again, take more off of it. But I know it had to come down some. I just don't remember what without looking. This fretboard, brand new guitar. Yeah, I would say it's safe to say this fretboard has never been oiled. So I figure, you know, might as well do it. There's the linseed oil. I wouldn't use anything else but. A lot of people argue it's got to either be unboiled or it's got to be boiled. Well, folks, I've done this so many years. You can take my word for it. It's not going to make any difference if your linseed oil is boiled or unboiled for this. It's not going to matter. You can see around the bottle threads how that solidifies. Okay? We're going to rub a light coat on. Give it about 3 to 5 minutes. And rub it off. You have to have more than that. And rub it off and leave a little bit on there. And that's going to solidify over time. And seal this board. Of course, it's got finish on the back of the neck, so you don't have to worry about that wood. But this wood is unprotected. It's an open grain. I'm going to set this somewhere. It's an open grain wood. and you know, moisture gets in. If it is not sealed, moisture will find its way in there. This just seals it, protects it. This will do for about 1 year. Some guitars, you may have to do it twice a year. Never any more than that. Never any need to any more than that. Yes, sir. You can own this guitar. You enter that Epiphone. I've always wanted a guitar like this, but you know, I haven't played this guitar any. Of course, like I said, it was not a fun guitar to play. I could make it a fun one to play, but out of the box, it needed a lot of things. The action was way high in those strings. I don't know what was up those strings, man. I just do not know. I'm going to give that 3 to 5 minutes. And I'm just going to take another clean cloth, paper towel, and go over that again. Wipe the excess off. And like I say, that will solidify. That board will suck that up. I can see it sucking it into the grain. And it'll solidify, and the board will be sealed. And you won't have to worry about it for at least a year. Be protected. Hold on. Just at a glance, look how much nicer that looks. And it's not even set up good yet, solidified good yet. But look how much more beautiful the fretboard is. And if I would go to those frets and polish them all, it would look even nicer than that. I'm not going to. I shouldn't have to. I am going to wipe them down. But I shouldn't have to do anything to the frets. It's a brand new guitar. You know, I've already had to do quite a bit to it, more than you might think. Those of you that's been watching the channel for a while, you know about it. And what I did to it, the work I did to it. And the work I'm doing to it now. But this, I think, is going to complete it. If you're familiar with John Jorgensen, his guitar, one of his guitars, looks identical to this. Now, granted, it's not a winzz. I don't really know what it is, what he plays. But it looks freaking identical to this. Hopefully we get this one to play the way he plays his. I'm never going to be able to play it that way, but maybe somebody will be able to when I get done with it, setting it up. Every time I put on a new set of strings, I've told this 100 times, man, or more than that. Hold the guitar down, tune it up to pitch, come up here about the 12th fret, that's the middle of your scale, and yank on them strings pretty good. You could break a lighter gauge strings by doing this, but yank on them pretty good, man. Just about the middle of the scale. Do that a couple of times. I'm going to go over them one more here. And the tuning issues are solved as far as string stretching goes. Of course, like I said in other videos, they make this device called String Stretcher. That's what it's called. I wouldn't invest in one of them myself. Alright. Let me retune it and I'll bring you back. Well, let's check ourselves some nut action. Well, first fret action in this case. 12, let's see. Maybe a 10 and an 8. I like to see 16 to 18 thousandths on my acoustic guitars, but someone may want this set up different from that. Ooh, that's just barely is touching those strings, man. What did I say this was, 18? Yeah. Same there. I'm going to show you something with these strings in a minute. The second one's a little bit tight. This is an 18. We could stand to have those, some of those strings probably are 16 instead of 18. Alright, neck relief. Generally, I like to set a neck relief on my acoustics, and most people I set them up for this way seems to like it, at 12 thousandths. In my electric guitars, I like to see 10 thousandths. I saw a 12 here. There we go. So come back here about the 17th fret. Yeah, I gotta get down here where I can see this. Okay, it's a 12. Yeah. Check that out, man. It's just skimming. That's what it is. 12 thousandths. Thought that's what I'd set it on before. Figured with this difference, yeah, it's a little bit tight there. Figured with this different string gauge, it would change. Yeah, not as much stress on the neck, not as much neck relief. I remember that 12 right here being very loose. You can hear it, and I can feel it just grazing that string. And this side over here was 12. Right now it's a little bit less than that because less stress. Hear that? Less stress because we put lighter strings on it. If it don't buzz, I'm going to leave it there. Alright, string auction next. Now this is what we're going to talk about. Let me get you up here where you can see what's going on. Now I gotta get over here in the light so I can see this, so you'll have to excuse me there. Cut me a little bit of slack. So high E string at the 12th fret is 4/64. I can't remember what it was. I'd have to look on that other video. And the low E is 5/64. That's about where I wanted it to land at. Now I could get that a lot lower than that. But we better test it first and make sure it doesn't buzz. Like a hippie from the 70s and 60s. 4/64. Dead on the money, 5/64. Let's check the intonation on it now. I'm just going to video a couple strings on this, and then I'll go ahead and check the rest of it off camera. Here's the first string, open. Harmonic at 12th fret. Noted, 12th fret. That's pretty dang good. That's noted. Noted. Here's harmonic. Here's open. You can't get any closer than that. Second string open. Second string 12th fret harmonic. Second string noted 12th fret. That might be, I can't see this tuner, but it's not very much sharp. Here it is, harmonic again. And 12th fret. Yeah, it might be a little bit sharp. Try the third one. Of course, it'd be out of tune. Okay, there's the third string, 12th fret harmonic, and noted 12th fret. Yeah, it's good. I'll go ahead and check the other three strings, bring you back, and we'll see what this thing, how it's going to. I'm going to show you something else first. Hold on, then we'll listen to it. Now you can see clearly there how I had to set that bridge back to make it intonate right. See where I got it marked? Marked it on the front and the back and both sides. And it intonates perfectly, man. It's dead on the money, as you saw. What I wanted to show you was, check these strings. Take a close look at those strings. Brand new out of the pack. Silk and Steel, Martin what would I say it was? M4100s. Check that out. Right out of the pack. Granted, now, here's the catch. A guy gave me these strings a very long time ago, and they was new. They hadn't been used. But look up here at this. Check that fourth string out. See what I'm saying? If I put the macro lens on, you would really be able to see that. Wow, it looks like I see part of the winding coming loose. I had to get the macro lens to see that. that fourth string, it did look like I saw some windings sticking up right in the center of your screen. I don't know if that's what that is. That might not feel good on the old fingers. Look at that. But like I say, God gave them to me. The unwound strings look pretty good. They still look, they're not rusted or anything. The farthest one's away from you. See, they're kind of shiny yet. But they must have been old when he got, well, yeah, they've been here. I've had them for a year. So maybe that's what silk and steel does if you don't use them within a year. I don't know. This is the first set I've ever had on one of my guitars. Let me get you in close on this if I can. Check that out, man. Those are nasty looking. I hope they're easier to slide on than those ones I took off of there. Wow. Well, let's listen to this bird sing. Got a huge wide neck on it. Wow, really heavy, man. Boy, you know, that's a pretty sweet sound, man. Considering what the guitar is. I can't play it, but it's a whole lot funner now to play than it ever was since it came here. I think if I was going to keep it, I would set the action down a little bit lower than that, or even go with lighter strings. I was worried these strings might be too light. They're not. It doesn't buzz or anything. I'll say that. That's me. I'm not getting the chords down. I'm used to playing on slinkies. I mean, nines. You know. The way I have my guitar, electric guitar set up, you just touch them and it makes chords and notes, and that's what I'm getting used to. I catch myself wanting to do that on here, and with these bigger strings and higher, actually don't work. But I'm really impressed with the sound of this guitar. My hands are so screwed up I can't hardly play anymore. But there's what it sounds like. Like I say, you can own this guitar if you like it. I can set it up different for you. If you like lighter gauge strings, the action's set lower. Check it out, man. The action's pretty dang low there where it is. See that? That's at the 12th fret right there. And high E at the 12th fret. Hopefully you can see that. It's very, very low action. It's just my hands. Yeah, there's a lot of fall away right there. Way up in here, but I don't think anybody's going to be playing it up in that register. So anyways, thanks for watching, folks. More guitar repairs coming very soon. And more quick clip tips. I'm going to get that going again. Short quick clip tips that will help you and everything you need to know about your guitar. So keep it here. They're coming. Thanks for watching. Cheers. See you again soon. Peace! Got a little bit of snow last night. Figured you guys will want to see it. The way it hangs on those trees. It's pretty cool. It's not a very big one, but it's pretty nice to look at. As long as you don't have to go out in it. It's Friday morning, 7 a.m. This will be all melted and gone by noon because it's just a little one. But the big one's is coming. You can count on that. I thought you'd want to see that.